Test, test, mic test, 1, 2, 3. Mic test, 1, 2, 3.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us tonight. Those of you that are here present and those that are joining us remotely. Today is Wednesday, August the 6th, and we are here for a special call meeting of the Board of Trustees for Harlandale ISD. Meeting is called to order at 6:18. We do have a quorum present. We're not going to do the roll call just yet. And do we have anybody signed up for public comment? Okay, nobody signed up for public comment. So we are now going to do agenda item 3, the appointed board member as trustee for single member District 7 will be giving the oath of office after all required procedures have been followed and will assume their position on the board of trustees. Mr. Flores?
Good evening, Madam President, members of the board, Mr. Soto, Superintendent of Schools. If Mr. Lee Martinez will please come up. And I believe you're going to have your mother and grandmother, and he will have his family members read the oath of office for him. So, okay. So, go. You will sign this one first. Right? Yes. And then this is the statement. So you'll start reading here and he will repeat after you.
I don't have my glasses.
You want me to?
But show your demo.
Can you read it?
I cannot have my glasses. No.
Madam Chair,
Yes, Mr. Mancha.
can y'all move her grandma to the front?
Oh.
Scoot over here, Grandma. There you go.
In the name and by the authority of the state of Texas,
In the name and the authority of the state of Texas,
I,
I,
Lee Martinez,
Lee Martinez,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully
that I will faithfully
execute the duties of the office
the office
Harlandale ISD Board of Trustees, SMD 7 of the state of Texas,
Orlando ISD Board Trustee, Single Member District 7
of the state of
of the state
Texas,
of Texas.
and will
And be,
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
preserve, protect, and defend
preserve, protect, and defend
the Constitution
the Constitution
and law of the United States of this state.
and the law of the United States and of this state.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Mr. Flores, you're welcome to take your seat now. Mr. Martinez, I said Mr. Flores. I apologize. I'm looking at Mr. Flores. Take your seat too, Mr. Flores. Congratulations, Mr. Martinez. We welcome you to our table. We will learn as much from you as you will learn from us. Congratulations, and let's get this going. Now we're going to do, we're moving on to agenda item 3B, roll call and recording of board members present. So please get your clickers out. Okay, everybody is present. Thank you for joining. Agenda item 3C, recording of superintendent and staff members.
Yes, Madam Chair, Board of Trustees, HISD Community. This evening, we have our Assistant Superintendent for Business and Finance, Mr. Flores.
Here.
We have our Executive Director of Operations, Dr. Hinojosa.
Here.
We have our Assistant Superintendent for Curriculum Instruction, Ms. Casey.
Here.
We have our Executive Director of Human Resources, Dr. Salinas.
Here.
And we have our Executive Director, no, not yet, ma'am. Director of Communications, Ms. Garza.
Here.
You're not going to get a raise, Ms. Garza.
Thank you, Mr. Soto. We also have Dr. Judy Castleberry with us this evening. Hello, Dr. Castleberry. Thank you for being here. Moving on to agenda item 4, individual items. 4D.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. TASB, we have some TASB policy updates that are timely and are in place because of the most recent legislative session. So TASB policy updates include revisions to local policies based on updates from the most recent Texas legislative session. Recommended changes to local policies address the following topics. We'll start on page 6 of your board book with EFB Local, which is about instructional resources for library materials. Revisions are recommended to this local policy to clarify processes for donated and proposed library materials, as well as provisions for parents or guardians who wish to select materials their child should not be allowed to access. This revision also provides guidelines on library materials that may be challenged due to content. And Ms. Sedona Woody did review this policy and has accepted or was happy with the changes provided by TASB. Do you want me to continue?
Yes, please.
Okay. FD local and FM local, those are tied together to an agenda item that actually you all voted on last month dealing with UIL and homeschool students. So FD local found on page 14 of your board book. This policy has been revised to include language regarding the exclusion of private school and homeschool students from participating in curricular or extracurricular activities. And FM Local is about student activities found on page 17. The policy has been revised to include language from policy FD Local that I just mentioned to determine eligibility of private school and homeschool students' participation in extracurricular activities. So this is just aligning our policies with the board agenda item that you all passed last month. And the next one is FNCE Local, Student Conduct, Personal Communication Devices, Electronic Devices. This policy has been revised to include language replacing telecommunications with communications devices and expands devices to include all personal communication devices. This policy revision provides information detailing a student's personal communication devices must be stored and not in use during the school day while on school property. Language has been added regarding exceptions for individual education plans, physician directives, and health or safety requirements. Devices in violation will be confiscated and stored for retrieval. That's on page 18. And the final one is DEA Local, Compensation and Benefits. This policy has been revised to actually reflect our current and new payroll policies, practices, and changes the semi-monthly to bi-weekly as an option for salaried employees. Any questions?
Thank you, Dr. Salinas. Any questions for my colleagues to Dr. Salinas? Ms. Casey, were you going to say something? Oh, okay. I saw you looking over here and I wasn't sure.
Madam Chair,
Yes,
I just want
Mr.
the
Luna.
public to know that we are adopting these policies due to Texas law. We're following the rules of legislation. So, people, parents or other community members that have complaints or have questions, I would refer them to the governor of Texas.
Thank you, Mr. Luna. Anybody else have any comments? Okay, do we have a motion?
Madam Chair,
Yes, Ms. Ortiz.
I move that we take appropriate action to approve and adopt the TASB policy revisions as enumerated in items 4D.
Thank you, Ms. Ortiz. Is there a second?
A second.
Thank you, Ms. Salazar, on your second. We'll be opening it up for vote. Okay, voting is now open. Voting has closed. Motion for agenda item 4D passes. Moving on to agenda item 4E.
Madam President.
Yes, Mr. Flores.
Starting page 22 of your board book, we have a consideration take possible action on the Student Code of Conduct for the 2025-2026 school year. The Student Code of Conduct is the district's specific response to requirements of Chapter 37 for discipline, law, and order of the Texas Education Code. The law requires that the district to define misconduct that may or may result in a range of specific disciplinary consequences. This code is an outgrowth of collaboration among district and campus staff, parents, and other community members, and must be adopted by the Harlandale ISD Board of Trustees. It provides information and direction to students and parents regarding standards of behavior as well as consequences of misconduct. In the case of conflict between the Student Code of Conduct and board policy, the Student Code of Conduct prevails. The Board of Trustees is required to review and consider approval of the Student Code of Conduct each year. Attached, beginning page 23, you have the 2025-2026 Student Code of Conduct. It includes updates and legal requirements as recommended by legal counsel. Page 23 and 24 have key changes of the code of conduct from last year to this year, and then the full document follows.
Thank you, Mr. Flores. Any questions for Mr. Flores? Okay, can we move to vote on this? A motion? Is there a motion on the floor?
Madam Chair,
Yes, Ms. Reese.
I move that the Board of Trustees approve the Student Code of Conduct for the 2025-2026 school year.
Thank you, Ms. Ortiz. Ms. Reese, is there a second?
I second.
Thank you, Ms. Salazar. We will open the voting.
Madam Chair, before we open the voting.
Yes, Mr. Mancha.
I would appreciate if every parent would take the time to read the Code of Conduct book, because it really affects your children. You know, then when you come and you complain about something, you end up saying, well, I didn't know it was on there. Okay, so please, when you receive your Code of Conduct, before you sign it, make sure you read it and you understand it. It eliminates a lot of arguing, a lot of complaining. If you read it and if you have any issues with it, you can come and ask, why is it there and why was it put there? And we would be more than glad to explain it to you. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Mancha. Anybody else? Got a motion on the floor and a second. We're going to move to the voting. Voting is now open. Voting is closed. Motion for agenda item 4E passes. Moving on to agenda item 4F. Mr. Luna? Are you not the delegate? Okay, that's right. This is a TASB one, yes. Okay, so consider and take appropriate action to appoint a delegate and alternate delegate to the TASB Delegate Assembly on September 13th, 2025 during the Tex EdCon 2025 convention in Houston, Texas. I was gonna say, does anybody want to make a nomination?
Madam Chair,
Yes, Mr. Mancha.
I would love to nominate Mr. Lee. Do you accept, sir?
Yes,
Yes, I accept.
thank you.
Madam Chair,
Yes, Ms. Reese.
I move to nominate Ms. Salazar for the alternate delegate for TASB.
Ms. Salazar?
Thank you, Ms. Becky.
Good, it's all good. Okay, is there a motion on the table to appoint the delegate of Mr. Lee Martinez? And yes, she did. And the alternate delegate to TASB Delegate Assembly on September 13th of Ms. Salazar. Is there a motion?
Madam Chair,
Yes, Ms. Ortiz.
I move that we appoint Mr. Lee Martinez as the delegate and Ms. Erica Salazar as the alternate delegate to the TASB Delegate Assembly on September 13th, 2025 during the Tex EdCon 2025 convention in Houston, Texas.
Thank you, Ms. Ortiz, and I will second that motion. Can we open up the voting, please? Voting has closed. Agenda item 4F, motion passes. Congratulations, Mr. Martinez and Ms. Salazar. Okay, so moving on to agenda item 5. Convene in closed session as authorized by the Texas Government Code, Chapter 551, Sections 551.071 through 551.084. Do I have a motion on the table to convene in closed session?
Madam Chair,
Yes, Mr. Luna.
I move that we convene in closed session as authorized by the Texas Government Code, Chapter 551, Sections 551.071 through 551.084.
Thank you, Mr. Luna. Is there a second?
Madam Chair, I second.
Thank you, Ms. Reese. We will open up the voting to convene in closed session. Okay. Voting closed. Motion to convene in closed session passes. It is 6:35.
ISD, mic test, 1, 2, 3, 4. Arlington ISD, mic test, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Thank you. Yellow, 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 yellow. Mic test, 1, 3, mic test, 1, 3. Mic test 1 2 3 4. Mic test 1 2 3 4.
Okay, we are back in open session. It is 7:12 PM. For agenda item, was it 5G? Thank you, Miss Patty. No action taken at this time?
Madam Chair,
Yes.
I think Dr. Casper was going to make a brief statement
Okay,
on
yes.
this item.
Yes, Dr. Castleberry.
It is my pleasure to announce to the board publicly that the intervention for this district has been raised from conservator to an observation stage. And so the agency is well pleased with the progress that this board has made, and I commend you for the hard work that has produced that. So So as we move forward, I think for just a couple of months, I don't know, the final decision is the commissioners. But I will not be present for meetings except by Zoom for the regular board meetings. I'll continue to be a party to email correspondence that goes to the board. So I'll receive the agenda of the board book and I'll be able to study that and observe the regular meeting when it occurs. I will not be present for agenda setting or for the work session. And I look forward to hearing about the great things that the district is going to accomplish. So again, congratulations. And it's been a great ride. Enjoyed working with you. Yes.
You have witnessed us blossoming into good governance, and the community sees that. So your leadership did not go unnoticed, hence why we're at this stage now. And so thank you. Thank you for seeing what we have been working so hard to implement and set in place. And I'm grateful for moving us forward, and I'm sure the community is even more grateful because they know we are all learning continuously to continue good governance. So thank you for that. Anybody else?
Madam Chair,
Yes, Mr. Mancha.
I would like to applaud to the staff. You guys have made us look great. Thank you very, very much. That also includes you guys. You know, everybody in the district, you know, we've all worked together to get through this. It's not a one-man show. It's not a one-person show. It's not just about the board. It's about us, all of us working together to improve not only our district, but for our kids. And we've been able to make it about the children. You know, where in the past we had been misguided to a different direction. So I applaud every single one of y'all. Thank you very much for putting up with a lot of us, you know, and you should be very happy that you don't get all those phone calls that the old board used to do. So I am very happy with this new board that we have, and I think we're going to just take it, and we're not even going to be able to CTA anymore. They're going to be so far gone. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Mancha. Anybody else? Okay, let's move on to agenda item 7. Is there a motion to adjourn tonight's meeting?
Madam Chair,
Yes, Ms. Reese.
I move that the Board of Trustees adjourn tonight's meeting.
Thank you, Ms. Reese. Is there a second?
A second.
Thank you, Ms. Salazar. Can we please open up the vote? Okay, voting has closed. It is 7:16 and tonight's meeting is adjourned. Thank you so much.